Welcome back to Whitt Acres. We've been having a stretch of cool and rainy days lately, and this is the perfect weather to do some transplanting. I've mentioned in my last video that I have some hostas here in the ramp bed that I want to pull out. I have 3 groupings, one right here, here, and back here, that I'm going to be pulling out and relocating on the property. I also have a bunch of smaller volunteers that popped up in the bed back here by the patio, and I'm going to be pulling out all these hostas, and then we'll find a place on the property to put them. You gonna help, puppy? I might need some help digging. I need to grab another shovel since I broke the one in the last video. That looks good. Hi, bud. You got a nest here. Typically the killdeer run away, but oh, I see it. He's got a nest right there. There's the egg. How am I going to protect you there from the dogs? Alright, I'm leaving. I don't know how that nest is going to stay there because we're going to be moving the RV and then the driveway is going to be wide open. I'd have to build like a fenced ring in there so the dogs can't get in, but she can still fly in and out. I don't know. Hopefully she can make it through, but those killdeer pick some poor spots to lay eggs sometimes. These are going to be pretty heavily rooted in here, and the soil in this area is pretty densely compact. It's pretty clay. Go ahead, puppy, get in there. I don't have much mulch laying over this area either, so I don't have to worry about scraping that back. It's just going to take some force and effort to get these ones out. I think I'm going to need the wheelbarrow. What are you doing, puppy? You trying to plant a volleyball and get more? That's not gonna work, bud. Before I started gardening here, my dad had this bed filled up with all hostas going across this mound. They were really mature hostas, probably about 3 feet in diameter all the way across, a bunch of groups of them. I pulled the majority of them out. We did keep this one that was mixed with a spiderwort and that one back there. But we pulled all the other ones out of here, and these ones are just the remnants that were left in the ground that we didn't get the whole root ball, and they've been growing for a few years now, getting bigger. Now that I pulled these out, I have some big craters in here. I have to come down here with some wheelbarrow topsoil anyway to get this filled up a little bit now that I have the higher rock wall in. So I'll just fill that in at the same time, but today I really want to get these back into the ground. But I have some more I want to pop out before I start popping some in. This bed here I originally called the poppy bed. It has a 9 bark on the upper level as the specimen plant. It has some daylilies, some daffodils, and some hostas surrounding it up there. There's also Virginia creeper and periwinkle vine as ground cover going through. It goes over the rock wall into the lower level where I originally planted a bunch of poppies because it was a full sun bed and I wanted to see the poppies. So we still have some that are reseeding and coming back here. You can see those. But we have a lot of periwinkle vine coming down through here, a bunch of volunteer hostas popping all through here, getting bigger. We have a big lupin that's actually on the outside of the fence in the crack of the sidewalk. It's gonna bloom, so I'm gonna let that thing bloom this year, and then I'll try and pull that out. I got to it too late. I wanted to pull that out last year and I just didn't get to it. Planted a bunch of beautiful hyacinths in the back here, but the rabbits came through and ate all those down. The poppies aren't doing as well in this bed anymore because this roof is now up. This roof wasn't here when I originally put the poppies in the bed, but now that this roof is on the patio, it actually shades this garden a little bit more, and the poppies don't do as well on that half of the bed. I can still get them to grow on this half, but that half doesn't do too well. So I'm trying to figure out a specimen plant to put there that can do sun and shade. But the plan today is just to get all the hostas out and relocated, so I'll have a blank slate in here and they're not taking over the bed. What are you doing in there? So I lost my help due to account of it's raining pretty good now. So I'll bring you back in between rains. Puppy loves checking on his chickies. If you don't watch the Homestead channel, this is the chick that is getting his legs pulled back together from splay leg. So we're treating him, and hopefully he'll be able to walk again here in no time. Go ahead, stand up. There you go, bud. You're doing great. Inside the patio here, I have all the blackberries that we dug up from the food forest, and a lot of them are doing really well. We do have a couple casualties going through there, but I'm happy with how many I'm getting. I also picked up 3 roses on clearance. For $5, you can't really beat it. I got 3 roses. We don't have any good roses here on the property. This is supposed to be the rose bed here, and it looks terrible. I don't really have any good luck with roses, so I keep getting them, and hopefully one will eventually take. I put a piece of plastic culvert pipe around the killdeer nest. Hopefully she'll still be able to access it, and it might keep the dogs away from it, and it'll remind us not to step on it. So I got the lower half of the poppy bed all cleaned out here. I tried to get some weeds as well when I was digging up, and I tried to not disturb any of the poppies, and any of the ones I did pop out, I popped right back in. So I have them counted out, and I have 10 of these hostas that are kind of single hostas, first year hostas, and then I have a decent clump right there, so number 11. I know where that one's going to go, down by the vegetable garden entrance. And then these ones are going to go out by the road in between each Rosa Sharon. I had hostas out between those Rosa Sharons before, but then I moved them to put them next to the hanger, so there's an empty spot in between them. And I'd like to get some smaller ones out there so they're easier to plant, because that's real hard soil next to the road. So I'd like to get those ones in there and they can grow out. And then down by the vegetable garden entrance, I want to get one in between the entrance and the doghouse.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
So I got the 4 bigger ones planted. 3 of them went down here by the white dogwood tree. This is the first year the white dogwood tree is actually blooming. I planted it 5 years ago, and this is my first time seeing these beautiful white blooms on this tree. We also have a Shasta daisy at the base, so hopefully that keeps coming back every year and will be a nice white bloom. And then we have the white azalea back here that's just coming into bloom. It's putting on a lot of buds right now, which is going to be nice. So we have the white in here, and then we have a purple azalea. We have the purple lilac right there, a purple azalea behind that. And then now we just plugged in 3 purple hostas. And then I do have, I believe it's called a money's wort right here, a lungswort, and it is coming back. It's not very strong, but I did notice it's coming back, so trying not to crush that, and hopefully it keeps coming back because it has a nice purplish pink flower on it as well. I think these hostas are going to do well over here in this little cove. They're on the north side of these 30-year-old eastern hemlocks, so they're not going to get a ton of sun, but they'll get some evening sun. We also have a dwarf Alberta spruce right here in the front corner with a stone pine in the back. So this cove is full of perennials that should keep it looking nice all year long. And on the back side of the spruce we have a yucca, which also puts off a white flower. The 4th hosta went down here by the vegetable garden right here beside the doghouse. So it has a there's a bird in there. Sorry Robin, I won't be here long. But I plugged the hosta in right behind a dianthus. There's a daffodil over here, and then we have the weeping Alaskan cedar right here that's nice and tall, framing in the garden entrance. We also have a hosta behind the welcome to my garden sign, but it's just a small one and it's coming up right now. I have hostas located in practically every garden now, so I'm trying to get them spread all around the property, so whenever it blooms, it's hosta season, and I'll be able to see hostas no matter which direction I'm looking. Now I'm going to take these ones up and get them planted in between the rows of Sharons. The row of rows of Sharons is up by the road, so I'm not going to be doing any filming because of possible interaction with people. I don't want that. So I'll just give you some B-roll of them all planted in the row and looking nice. One-handed's not that easy. Got some dark skies on the horizon. I got all the hostas planted between the rows of Sharons. I even had to split a couple more just to get all the gaps filled. I got them all filled up. I already had the holes dug because I already had some hostas that were there and I dug them up. So it was easy just to fill up the hole with some topsoil and then plant the hosta. I got them all filled up and hopefully they'll grow in really nice with the rows of Sharons there. Before I could go in and plant, I had to get the weed whacker out and mulch up a lot of the leaves that were caught up against the fence line. And then I even went around the nursery and got a lot of the weeds knocked down so I could actually see what's growing in the nursery now. I finished up with bringing down a wheelbarrow of topsoil down to the ramp bed so it's all evened out and ready to be planted out this season. Whoa, puppy, out, out. It's a finished garden bed now, bud. This isn't winter. That's gonna be all for this one. If you want to see some more gardening videos, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit that like button before you leave, and you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching.